Miami, July 2026. Andrew and Tristan Tate are arrested by U.S. Marshals, facing a UK extradition request on 42 combined new charges: rape, trafficking for sexual exploitation, and offenses involving child sexual abuse material. Neither brother has been convicted of anything in any country at any point in this 4-year saga. Tate's own account starts earlier and very differently. In his telling, this isn't a criminal case, it's retaliation. He says he built a hugely profitable online business, Hustlers University, that competed with traditional education, and that a corporate sponsor offered him $50 million to go quiet on certain opinions. He says he turned it down, and that everything since has been payback for that refusal. In December 2022, Romanian organized crime investigators raided the Tates' home and detained them on suspicion of human trafficking, rape, and forming a criminal group. The case has since been delayed repeatedly by procedural disputes. Not resolved in his favor, not dismissed on the merits either. Tate says the case began with one woman, he calls her Girl A, who visited his brother's house for several days and then made allegations to the U.S. Embassy after leaving. He says the woman who made the original complaint later denied the specific claims attributed to her, and that no one else who was actually named as a victim in the case has accused him of anything. He describes the raids, the 4 months he spent in a Romanian jail, and describes it as psychologically devastating, nightmares, pacing, what he calls the early symptoms of PTSD. Separately, 4 women in the UK have accused Tate of physical and sexual violence dating back over a decade. British prosecutors have now expanded those charges substantially, 38 new counts this year alone. A UK judge has already rejected a defense request to learn the accusers' identities. Tate's team calls this a resurrection of previously dismissed claims without new evidence, and argues the case is politically motivated. He claims UK officials internally described him as an unchecked source of influence, capable of destabilizing young men, and that this framing, not evidence, is what's driving the prosecution. Tate's central argument is bigger than any one charge, that he became too influential, too fast, teaching young men to make money and reject what he calls the matrix, and that institutions move to silence him because a mobilized male audience is harder to control than a passive one. He frames his refusal to go quiet, take settlement money, or stop posting as an act of principle, and says he's willing to risk his life rather than back down. That framing isn't something a court, a journalist, or an independent investigator has verified. What's documented is narrower. An unresolved Romanian case, a growing set of UK charges, a Florida investigation that remains open, and a pattern, confirmed by multiple outlets cooled of Tate's platform and legal troubles expanding in parallel for 4 years. As of now, no conviction anywhere, no dismissal anywhere. An active extradition process. Millions of people who believe him completely and accusers whose claims haven't been tested at trial. Tate says he expects to be vindicated at trial and that he's rejected a large settlement offer specifically so his case can be heard publicly rather than quietly resolved.